Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting with Claudia. I am here today with a new Christmas card video for you, using our Merry Christmas Trimming M-size stamp. I did pull out one of my stencils that I want to use to make just a quick colored background on my card. This is going to be our sentiment, obviously. And then I also pulled out my raspberry shimmer brush and some pink, whatever you want to call this, ribbon that I have. It's not ribbon, it's a cord that I had. And because I'm going to be using some non-traditional colors on my card. Now, this paper, it's got the little trees on it, and on the back side, it's got these little trees on it. This is from the Mix-Ins paper collection, and then this striped piece is one of the zip strips. And then I cut just 3 squares, one out of the pink, out of the green, and then out of the white, just to layer on. I will just make a simple, easy card today. What's gonna be our technique is just using the stencil to make a little bit of a colored background up here. Do that. And I'm going to choose this pattern with the little triangles so that it can mimic the look of the trees. I don't want to, actually I don't need to do this in a very neat way. It needs to be kind of random looking. So I'm just gonna use the distress, and I already have my foam piece. And I'm gonna start from the middle and go out so that it's darker in the middle and then gets lighter going out. And I just want to give it that much attention, not anything super major. And then I need to see if I can match it up though. There we go, right about there. Okay. And again, I'm gonna do the darker part from the center working out. So next, I'm going to just adhere my paper pieces. And so this piece is cut at 2.5 tall by 5.5 wide, so that it goes the span of the card. And I've got this little white edge here. I'm just gonna leave that. And so right about maybe 1/2 inch or so from the bottom, 1/4 inch, something like that. I just wanna lay that across. And then with my zip strip piece, I'm gonna lay that on there as well. And I always forget to do that. But I want to attach it with staples. And I don't want to attach it all the way through the card, but I think that's going to be the way to go. So I'm just going to... Actually, I could glue it, and then I wouldn't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to do a line with the glue direct to paper. And be sure and cap that glue bottle. I do have the fine tip, so this needle has to go right in there in order to keep that fine tip clear. Hey Lily, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna pull it tight and hold it down for a second so that hopefully everything will attach. I'll just trim off that excess. There we go. And then even if it unravels a little bit at the end, that'll be okay. That'll just add some texture to it. But that covers the seam and it gives us some good texture. Okay, here we go. Those pieces will just stack, and then we'll have our sentiment on there as well. I'm going to use my Distress Oxide black ink. And I'm just going to stamp that down in the middle. It's nice and clean. And then I'm going to emboss it with clear. So now we'll just take a little bit of our Mowed Lawn. Yeah, I think so. We're just going to start from the center and rub our way out. Just a little bit of ink to bring in that green. Let's put these back so that they're out of the way. And I'm going to dry it one more time. We can start adhering our blocks. And I did these just barely smaller than the next so that there would be some margin, but this piece should have the biggest margin. There we go. And then of course, we'll use some foam tape just across the top and the bottom. Down to this half. There we go. Let's take that out. We're just going to place it right over that string so that the foam doesn't go on it. The string goes in between the two foams. And let's see here. Of course, we need to add some dots. And I'm going to go with the white dots. I think that'll have a bigger impact. I think the black will be too dark. So I think the white will just add a nice pop. And then I'm going to take my raspberry shimmer brush and hopefully it should still color in some of these little berry areas. And then we can take our clear and kind of just add some shimmer all along the center. Now remember, this is still Distress Oxide, so it's going to react to the liquid in the shimmer brush. Our card. Easy, simple, doesn't take much supplies. And you could definitely keep the background just white and use paper and stamp, and don't use any of this extra ink at all if you want to keep it clean and simple. Or definitely you could even add more colors, more gradients. It's all up to you how much you want to go, how much you want to add, how extra you want to be.